Hey guys, it's Nina and I'm back with another video. I'm going to share with you the first year of my lock journey. It all started in March 2014. Before I begin, please excuse my voice. I'm getting over a cold, but the show must go on, you know what I'm saying? This video is packed with lots of pictures, lots of commentary. Make sure you watch it all the way through to the end so you get the full story. Also make sure that you subscribe and hit your notification bell because I do plan on doing parts 2 and 3 of this video, which will bring you up to the present day of my lock journey at 4.5 years. So go ahead and get you some kombucha, some kale chips, hot Cheetos, I'm not gonna judge you, and enjoy. So I wore weaves and wigs for years. My sisters do hair and I was always the face of the company, so I did photo shoots in Sophisticated's Black Hair magazine, which was really fun. And so yeah, I did that for a long time, and then I just got tired of having to wait for one of them to do my hair, and I definitely wanted more freedom. So I decided to do the big chop in the fall of 2011. It was really freeing for me, just not having to worry about rain, being able to swim. I wore my TWA for about a year and a half. I had a lot of fun with that. I colored it. I started shaving my edges down some, so I had a little fade. And then a guy I was seeing at that time, this was like the end of 2011, early 2012, he suggested that I get locks. I wasn't really sure how they were going to look on me, and I never saw myself with locks. I moved to DC from Mississippi, and I didn't know anybody down there with locks. Locks were definitely a DC thing, and at the time I was like, I'm not from DC, I'm not getting no locks. So I definitely had my preconceived notions about them. But eventually I warmed up to the idea, but I had to let my hair grow out some. So I let my hair grow about 4 inches maybe. And then in March 2014, I decided to start my locks. So I went to a professional. She hooked everything up, got me all plaited and squared away. I got started with comb coils, and that was that. So that was March 16, 2014. The first thing I noticed was how smooth my hair was. I had been natural at this point for 2.5 years, and I was definitely not used to seeing my hair that smooth. I was used to it being more kinky. So that was kind of an adjustment. I was taking lots of pictures. I was obsessed with my hair's progress by the day. And I had to tell myself, girl, ain't nothing happening with this head in like 2 days. My scalp was super, super itchy. And this was before I even had my baby locks for a week. So I was patting my head, like patting my weave, just beating the mess out of my head because it was so itchy. After 8 days, I just could not take the itching, so I decided to wash my hair. I used a stocking cap, and then I had an applicator bottle, and I mixed the water and the shampoo. It was diluted, and so I washed my hair, and thank goodness it did not unravel. Everything was fine. My scalp felt so much better after that. I did notice that my hair was looking more textured, which I like. I mean, that's pretty much the hallmark of locks, their texture. At 3 weeks, I washed my hair again, and this time my hair dried very frizzy, which I liked. I also wasn't using conditioner at all because, that does the complete opposite of what you're trying to do in this process. I can't remember exactly when I retwisted my hair the first time. It was probably around this time, around the 3-week mark. And I used bobby pins to secure the twists, which was actually funny to me because they don't really give that much hold. But that's what I had at the time, so I worked with those. So after the 3rd wash, my hair was a lot more tangled. And then I started to notice budding in the crown and in the back. This is when you get the bulbs of hair, like you'll have your straight comb coil. And then you'll see bulbs of rough hair, and that was a sign that my locks were forming. At 5 weeks, I officially entered the awkward phase, and I remember being on the phone and like looking up things and trying to figure out what I was going to do. I was so frustrated. I thought my hair looked a hot mess. But at 6 weeks, I had a really nice milestone. I was able to palm roll my hair, which was great for me because when I was doing my retwist, I just had to twist them at the root with my index finger and thumb. But with palm rolling, it was so much easier. My retwist time shrank from over 90 minutes to 40 minutes. So that was a big deal. A little while later, I went to St. Thomas in the Virgin Islands to visit my mom. We're not from there, she just lives there. But the humidity was really good for my hair because I definitely felt like I was starved for moisture. I wasn't putting a whole bunch of stuff on my hair, and I feel like in any stage of your locks, you should not be putting a bunch of products in your hair. So after about 4.5 months, my hair started hanging on its own, which I was just overjoyed about because I would, in the earlier days, pull little pieces and try to make it look as long as possible because I wasn't really comfortable with the length at times. I felt like it was pretty awkward. At 4.5 months, my boyfriend started complimenting me a lot more. And, it's nice to know that your significant other is riding for you on this journey. You might not feel attractive. You might not feel very feminine. Not to say that you don't actually look feminine, but it's just a feeling you might have. So yeah, you want to feel like your boo is still happy with you, he's still attracted to you, all of that stuff. So it was really encouraging to hear from him. And actually, I can't remember any specific negative feedback that I got. Most people either said they liked my locks or they didn't say anything, which, could go either way. But I had a pretty good experience with people just in social settings. And I really do think that's because of where I live. DC is the land of locks. So around 5 months, I felt like my hair was continuing to be more flattering. At 6 months, that was when I really felt like my hair was locked. Like it was tight, it wasn't going anywhere. I was washing it without a stocking cap. And actually, it had been a while since I'd used a stocking cap at this point. But I definitely felt like I had locks. And people started to notice them as well. And I remember feeling so overjoyed when somebody actually called my hair locks. I was like, yes, I'm doing it. Like you can see it. But one of the frustrating things was that some of my locks, especially the one in the front, it was stuck in place. And also moisture continued to be an issue. And 4+ years later, that's still an issue for me. I be trying, man, this hair be dry though. And also root tangling was an issue. And I feel like my roots I think that's why I got locks, because my loose natural hair would be so tangled all the time. So I'm like, I might as well just keep my hair tangled. At the beginning of 2015, I was approaching my 1-year anniversary, and I ended up getting a concussion from being in the house, cleaning out the refrigerator and not remembering that I had the freezer door open. I stood up and just wham, hit the back of my head, and I had to go to the hospital. It was a hot mess. But during this time, my hair was doing well, so that was great. It felt more flexible as it got longer, and I could start to part it differently. At 11 months, which was February 2015, I did my first braid out with setting foam. And I remember feeling so accomplished, like, yes, I'm doing it. I'm starting to style my own hair. It's coming together. It's getting longer. And to this day, the braid out is my go-to style. It's like my plain white tee. So then in March 2015, I hit my 1-year lock anniversary. Yay! I went back to a pro, the same girl, and actually that was the last time that a professional did my hair, and it hadn't looked this way since, okay? I have been doing my hair myself, but I'm kind of tempted to go and have it look like this again, for a little while anyway. We'll see about that. I'm gonna make some plans to treat myself. So this was my 1-year lock journey, and it was full of some ups and downs. It was full of lots of frustration, lots of itching, but I made it through. And with each month, I was able to earn like different badges for my locks. Like now I can palm roll. Now I can part my hair a different way. Now I can curl it. And now it looks really locked. So seeing all that was really just a joy. It's kind of like watching a baby grow. But yeah, it really is a journey. And if you're on it, I just totally encourage you to stick with it. It's gonna be tough sometimes. It is going to be annoying sometimes, okay? But stick with it and you're gonna be fine. So stay tuned for parts 2 and 3 of my lock journey, which will bring you up to the present day. Make sure you're subscribed so you can get those notifications. And thanks for watching.